What's good, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video on my channel. Today we're going through my round 19 tips. Oh my goodness. This doesn't get any closer than this year. Teams are fighting for the top 8 spot. The top 8 spots fighting does not get as close as this year. With 6 rounds to go, here we go. It's anyone's game. Let's not waste anyone's time and let's get sunk into our round 19 tips. The first game is between Essendon and Adelaide at Marvel Stadium on the Friday nights. Here we go. So it's got to be a massive game. Adelaide looking forward to come off after a win over St Kilda. They take on Melbourne. They go to Melbourne to take on Essendon. It's got to be a tough ask for them. Well, Essendon, they've recently lost to Melbourne. Had a win-loss record in their past 5 games. But I think it should be a win for the Bombers. I don't know, unless the Crows can cause a big upset, then I think Essendon are the favourites to get this done because it's a Marvel Stadium. Last time those two teams met, it was a really close one between them at the Adelaide Oval, where Tex Walker should be awarded a free kick. That's what every Adelaide or non-Essendon supporter said. Like, all Essendon haters. But the Bombers just hang on to win by 3. I think Essendon's got to win again. So, I'm just going to back him in. So, the Bombers, Essendon to get this done. Essendon by, let's go with 26 points. Next game at Marvel Stadium is between the St Kilda Saints and the West Coast Eagles. Wow. West Coast, after improving against the reigning grand finalists last year, they only lost by 13 to Brisbane last week at Optus Stadium. And St Kilda, they haven't been going that well. Well, they recently lost to Adelaide last week at the Adelaide Oval. So yeah, I don't think the Eagles will be able to get this done. So I think the Saints are the favourites to get this done. So St Kilda, the Saints to get this done by, let's go 30 points. The next game is between GWS and Gold Coast at NG Stadium. Now, Gold Coast, they have a really poor record. They have winless in away games this year and undefeated at home this year. So, I think the Giants will be getting this job done. Gold Coast will have to beat GWS in order to win their first away game for 2024. So, it's looking really unlikely for the Suns to get home unless they cause a big upset. Yeah, and Giants, they're surging for finals and they're looking forward to getting a win and to get a spot in the top 8. So, the Giants are getting this done by, let's go 20 points. The next game is a massive one at the MCG. It's sold out and it's between Hawthorn and Collingwood. Oh my goodness. Hawthorn, after coming off with just 1 loss after their past 5 games, which obviously is to Geelong, they are 13th on the ladder. And they are still undefeated in Tasmania. So, can you believe it? So, this is going to be a big game against the reigning premiers. Hawthorn, well, I don't know who to tip. Well, Hawthorn, they've been really improving after losing the first 5. Now, they still have a chance for finals. They are only a game away from the top 8. Well, because Hawthorn's percentage is 95.4 and Melbourne's is 105, we need a big win for them to jump into the 8. So yeah, I'm going to take a big risk and tip against the reigning premiers. So the Hawks to get this done by 26 points. The next game is between Port Adelaide and Richmond at the Adelaide Oval. Wowee, it's at the Adelaide Oval. It's got to be a big smacking by Port. Look at Richmond. They are sitting in the wooden spoon position right now, just ahead of North, because they beat Gold Coast And then Richmond hasn't won since they beat Adelaide. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Richmond. Well, if the Tigers do get the spoon, at least they get the first draft pick, so which is a benefit for them. But I'm just going to tip Port Adelaide for my safety. So Port to get this done by 58 points. The next game is between Geelong and the Western Bulldogs at GMHBA Stadium. Now, for the Geelong Football Club, we go back 100 years backwards to until 1924, playing a retro game, a retro round for 2024. This could be interesting, and we have to wear the jerseys like what they did wear in 1924. So this is going to be awkward. This is going to be absolute awkward. But Geelong should be able to get this job done to win 4 in a row and go past Carlton if they lose to North, which they shouldn't. Sorry. Yeah. The Dogs last week, they've beaten Geelong at GMHBA, but I don't think that's going to be happening because last year we've just got the new players onto the ground as a season was basically over in round 24. Yes. So I'm just going to still back in Geelong to get this done. The Cats to get this done by 25 points. The next game is a big game between Brisbane and Sydney Swans at the Gabba. Wow, the odds, I just checked the ESPN, they are both equal. $1.90 each for either side to win. And it's at the Gabba as well. This is going to be so interesting to watch. I think I might be working, so I might not be able to watch it. So it's sad. This is going to be a cracker of a game. So, Brisbane recently won the past 5 in a row, while Sydney only won the past 3 after losing to Fremantle and St Kilda in 2 successive games in a row. So it's at the Gabba, and Brisbane normally play really well, except for earlier in this year. So I think I'm going to tip the Lions to get this done. The Lions to get this done by, let's make it a really tight one. Let's make it 1 point. It's got to be really close. And I'm tipping Brisbane to win by just a single point. The next game's between Fremantle and Melbourne at Optus Stadium. Wow. Fremantle have been improving after a bad record last year. In Melbourne, they have snuck into the 8 after beating Essendon. So, it's at Optus Stadium as well, so I reckon if Dockers get this done, as they recently lost the Hawks, and now would have to fly back to Perth to host the Days. I really don't know who. Still go with the Dockers. The Dockers to get this done by, let's go 9 points. The last game of this round is between Carlton and North Melbourne. That should be an easy tip for me. I'll obviously tip Carlton because North Melbourne, well, I don't think they're going to improve. Many says they are. Well, they only beat Gold Coast and then they beat West Coast or Wet Toast at Optus Stadium. And speaking of Wet Toast, they had their coach sacked for good, Adam Simpson. So they're now trying to find a new coach to replace him. West Coast, Wet Toast, North, and Richmond are the 3 teams who completely cannot make finals. So yeah, they're gone for good. So I'm just going to tip Carlton to get this done. Carlton, because many people's got to tip Carlton. So yeah, the Blues to get this done by 65 points. Well, there you go, guys. That's going to do it for my round 19 tips in the 2024 Toyota AFL Premiership season. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for Sunday, where I film myself predict the final ladder of the 2024 Toyota AFL Premiership season and Premiership predictions, final series and Premiership predictions. And yeah, once again, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos to come on my channel. Thank you all for watching. See you again in another video.